Good morning students. This is the third video for this second week 27th April to 2nd May for the standard 7th mathematics, and in this video I will explain you the chapter 2 fractions. Here I will explain fractions, and then after that various types of fractions such as decimal fractions, vulgar fractions, proper and improper fractions. Then after that equivalent fractions, like and unlike fractions, and the last term is comparing fractions. With the help of it we can compare fractions for arranging them in ascending order and descending order also. So all of you try to understand from here. Yes students, as you can see, the chapter name is fractions and it is chapter number 2 for standard 7th mathematics, and here the first topic is fractions. What we can define in which way? That the number of the form, it is a number only, the number of the form a by b where b is not equal to 0 and a and b are whole numbers is called fractions. Means the denominator b, a by b, here b is downside, so b cannot be equal to 0, means the fractions are written like this, numerator by denominator. So denominator cannot be equal to 0, but both the numbers are whole number only, and whole numbers are either 0 or positive numbers, either 0 or positive integers. That's why fraction is always positive. Now fraction represents this, in other words we can define that fraction represents equal part of a whole or a collection. Okay, suppose that this circle is divided in two parts, 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. So one circle is divided in two equal parts, so each part is 1/2, each part is 1/2. And here this circle is divided in four equal parts, 1 by 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 4 and 1 by 4. So all are known as, we can say, 1/4 part. It is divided in 1/4 part, each part, all the parts are equal. So one circle is divided into four equal parts, so each part is 1/4, each part is 1/4. So that's why here I have said that fraction represents equal part of a whole, and the whole is whatever it is, it can be anything, any object. Okay, so fraction represents whole, equal parts of a whole. Okay, next, types of fractions. There are different types of fractions such as proper fractions, and in the proper fraction always the numerator is less than denominator. Okay, here written numerator is smaller than the denominator, then such fractions are known as proper fractions, such as 1 by 3, 1 is smaller than 3, 4 by 5, here 4 is smaller than 5. Then come to improper fractions. If the numerator is greater than or equal to, if it is greater than or equal to the denominator, then the fraction is called improper fraction, such as 5 by 3. Here I have written that n is numerator, d is denominator. N is greater than or equal to the denominator, then the fraction is improper fraction. Okay, here 5 by 3, 5 is greater than 3, so it is improper. 7 by 2, 7 is greater than 2. Okay, similarly 6 by 5. Now if you will say 9 by 9, if you will say 9 by 9, 9 by 9 is also improper fraction, because when numerator and denominator are equal, then also it is showing improper fraction. Then come to the like fractions. In like fractions always the denominators are same. Here given fractions which have the same denominator, which fractions with same denominator are called like fractions, such as here all the denominators are 9, 9, 9 only. Just opposite the unlike fractions. In unlike fractions the denominators are different. The denominators are different. Fractions with different denominator are called unlike fractions. For example, 1 by 2, 5 by 7, 7 by 9. Here denominator is 2, here it is 7, and here it is 9. All the denominators are different only, so they are unlike fractions. Next you will see unit fraction. This is also important, that in the unit fraction always the numerator is 1. Always the numerator is 1. If the numerator is 1, then the fraction is known as unit fraction, such as n by d. Here n is numerator, d is denominator, and numerator is equal to 1. So it is unit fraction. Then mixed fraction I will explain you right now. You see this, the decimal fractions. So fractions having different denominators, fractions having denominators as 10, 100, thousands, etc. means they are in this form: 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh, like this way. Okay, if such numbers are the denominator, then such fractions are known as decimal fractions. For example, 7 by 10, 3 by 100, 4 by 1000, 5 by 10,000, 6 by 1 lakh, this way. This type of fraction is decimal fraction. So, and you can convert in decimal also. 7 by 100 you can convert in 0.07, you can convert in decimal also. Then come to the one more thing here that given, vulgar fraction. Vulgar fraction is just opposite of decimal fraction. Here the denominator, a fraction whose denominator is a whole number other than 10, 100, 1000, etc. That means their denominator is cannot be 10, 100, 1000, lakh, 1 lakh, 10 lakh, like this way. Not their denominators are, it is a fraction whose denominator is a whole number other than 10, 100, 1000, etc. are called vulgar fractions. Okay, next come to the equivalent fraction. That is very important. In this equivalent fraction, you can see that a given fraction and a fraction obtained by multiplying or dividing its numerator and denominator by the same non-zero number are called equivalent fractions. Means the equivalent fraction of any number you can get by the two method: multiply the numerator and denominator by the same number, or divide the numerator and denominator by the same number. There is only these two methods only. Okay. Yes, as for example, you can see your number is 2 by 3. So multiplying numerator by 2 and denominator also by 2, the number is coming 4 by 6. And this 2 by 3 and 4 by 6 are equivalent fractions. Their value is same, only its form is different. Again 4 by 6 you will cut with 2, then it will come 2 by 3 only. Such as this, you can see 4 by 6 I have cut over here. 4 by 6, the number is this. Then divide upside 2 into 2 times 4, 2 into 3 times 6. Again it will come 2 by 3 only. Okay, it is coming 2 by 3. Then same way, if you will multiply numerator 2 by 3, numerator by 3 and denominator also by 3, then the number is coming 6 by 9. And 6 by 9 and 2 by 3 are equivalent fractions. Okay, then same way, by dividing, how you will get? If 10 by 15 is the number, then divide the numerator and denominator by any same number. Upside you have numerator divided by 5, then denominator also divide by 5 only. Okay, and if you will divide by the SCF of numerator and denominator, so then directly you will get the simplest form, lowest form, that I will explain. So 10 divided by 5 is 2 and 15 divided by 5 is 3. Same way this is also given, divide the 8 by 2 and 2, numerator and denominator, that is coming 10 divided by 2 is 5, 26 divided by 2 it is 13. So 5 by 13, therefore 5 by 13 and 10 by 26 are equivalent rational number. This way you can find the equivalent rational numbers. Now you see the vulgar fractions I have done. Now you have to see the comparisons of fractions. How to compare which fraction is greater or smaller. So it has two rules, rule number 1 and rule number 2. When the fractions have the same denominator, the fractions with the larger numerator is greater. Here you can see the denominator is 11, both places. So denominator is same, so only compare the numerators. Here 9 is greater than 7, then 9 by 11 is greater than 7 by 11. Then here then the denominators are 8. Denominators are same, here also 8, here also 8. Then only compare the numerator. 3 is greater than 1, so 3 by 8 is greater than 1 by 8. Now rule number 2, when fractions have same numerator, okay, the fraction with larger numerator is smaller. If they have the same numerator, then here the denominators was same. If they have the same denominator, then compare the numerators only. And here when they have the same numerator, then only compare their denominators. Larger denominator number will be smaller. Okay, so this is given here example. See that 3 by 7 and 3 by 5. So numerators are same, 3 and 3. Okay, numerator is same, but denominators are different. So larger denominator is 7 and it is only smaller. Larger denominator number will be smaller when the numerators are same. Here also 3, here also 3. Now how to arrange the fractions in ascending order or descending order? This question, see, arrange these fractions in ascending order here. So solution, you can see, first you have to convert into like fraction. LCM of all the denominators you will find first. LCM of 3, 5, 6 and 15 is coming here 30. Here I have done 3, 5, 6 and 15, it is coming 30. So now convert each of these given fractions into such equivalent form where the denominator is 30 only. That means the denominator is LCM only. So multiply here, 3 into 10 is 30. So numerator also multiply with 10. Here 5 into 6 is coming 30. What you will multiply to 5 so that it will come 30. So 5 into 6 is 30. So upside also multiply with 6. 2 into 6 is 12. Here 5 by 6. So here 6 into 5 30. Upside also 5 into 5 30. So this way you can convert into like fractions by multiplying up numerator and denominator by the same number, so that the denominator will come 30, that is LCM. Then you will compare like this, that which now you can say which is greater or smaller. 2 by 30 is smaller than 10 by 30 and 10 by 30 is smaller than 12 by 30. Same way 12 by 30 is smaller than 25 by 30. Now you put the original value of 2 by 30 is equal to 1 by 15, 10 by 30 is equal to 1 by 3, 12 by 30 is equal to 2 by 5, 25 by 30 is equal to 5 by 6. They are in ascending order. Now compare the fractions here given. Yes, compare the fractions 5 by 8 and 7 by 12. So question is, compare the fractions 5 by 8 and 7 by 12. So how you will compare? By converting into like fractions. And for converting into like fractions, you will find LCM of denominators. LCM of 8 and 12 is 24 here. Okay, then convert this 5 by 8 into the denominator 24. So 8 into 3 is 24. So this numerator also multiply with 3. 5 into 3 is 15. Then 7 by 12, what you will multiply to 12, so that denominator will be 24. So 12 into 2 is 24. So here numerator also multiply with 2. 7 into 2 is 14. Now this 15 by 24 and 14 by 24, you can compare. This 15 by 24 is equivalent form of 5 by 8 and 14 by 24 is equivalent form of 7 by 12. So clearly you can compare that 15 by 24 is greater than 14 by 24. Okay, and therefore 15 by 24 is equal to 5 by 8 and 14 by 24 is equal to 7 by 12. So you put the value 5 by 8 is greater than 7 by 12. Now your homework will be chapter number 2, fractions. Solve exercise 1C, question number 1 to 4 from R.S. Agarwal book, and learn the definitions of various types of fractions from book.